That's not it at all.
Nope. Hi, my name is AuraMaster 101.
And I am a waste of space.
Aww. And welcome back to...
Noobs and Spurs!
What are you talking about this time?
Still does not get that reference.
If you tell me the reference, I might get it.
It's from the Muppets.
Oh. Which Muppets movie?
It's from the Muppets television show.
Oh, okay.
Called Pigs in Space. Anyway, we're talking about the moon today. And we're not going to really give you a history of the moon, mostly because I don't feel like it. We're just going to give you fucking random ass facts about the moon because I feel like it.
Oh shit, it's a Random Fact Thursday Noobs in Space crossover! Whoa!
The Earth is collapsing. First fact. The lunar moon translates to moon moon because that's it for this episode of Noobs and Space. Just kidding. The dark side of the moon is actually a myth. In reality, both sides of the moon see the same amount of sunlight. However, only one face of the moon is ever seen from Earth at a time. This is because the moon rotates around on its own axis in exactly the same time as the Earth, meaning the same side is always facing the Earth. The side facing the Earth has been seen by the human eye from spacecraft.
Yay.
And that is because Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were the first two guys on the moon. Well, there was another guy named Collins, I want to say, who orbited the moon, waiting to pick up Buzz Aldrin. I think his name is Phil Collins. Phil Collins, astronaut.
Isn't Phil Collins a music singer?
Michael Collins. Michael Collins flew into space twice. First time, he manned the spacecraft to pick up Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong. The second time, he landed on the moon himself.
Good for him.
Yay. The moon has much weaker gravity than the Earth. Due to its smaller mass, you will only weigh about 1/6 or 16.5% of the weight of your weight on Earth. This is why lunar astronauts could leap and bound so high in the air. So I'd only weigh around 50 pounds. How much would you weigh?
75.
Because you're heavier.
Yep. I'm thick.
The moon has only been walked on by 12 people, all Americans. The first man saw on the moon was in 1969 when Neil Armstrong on the Apollo 11 mission. While the last person to walk on the moon was in 1972 was Gene Cernan on the Apollo 17 mission. Since then, the moon has only been visited by unmanned vehicles.
But we know in the year 3000 that 2 more people will walk on the moon. Philip J. Fry and Leela.
I mean, there's an entire fucking farm on the moon by then, so...
Shit, you're right.
And a theme park. And a parking lot.
We're running on the moon. We carry a harpoon.
But there ain't no well, so we tell us.
That was a Futurama reference, if anybody got it.
The moon acts as the Earth's main defense against comets, meteors, and other space debris. That's also why there's so many craters on the moon, because the moon does not have an atmosphere to burn up any of the excess debris. They all hit it going the same speed they've been going this entire time. They just hit it full bore, cause craters.
Yes, cheers.
The moon has quakes. They're caused by the gravitational pull of the Earth. The lunar astronauts used seismographs on their visits to the moon and found small moonquakes occur several miles beneath the surface. causing ruptures and cracks. Scientists think the moon has a molten core just like Earth, but much, much smaller.
Oh, I turned off the light.
First spacecraft was Soviet Luna 1 in 1959.
Luna Lovegood? Oh, God.
Luna Lovegood went to the moon in 1959. Yes, Nick, you are correct.
Good for Luna Lovegood.
During the 1950s, the USA considered detonating a nuclear bomb on the moon. Why? Because they're the fucking United States. That's why.
Wait, excuse me?
In the 1950s, the United States considered shooting the moon with a nuclear missile.
Oh, considered. Okay.
What'd you thought I said?
I thought you said that they were actually doing that.
Wouldn't surprise me if Trump did it. This project was during the height of the Cold War of lunar research flights, or Project A119, and meant to show off the strength as a show of strength at the time. The United States was lagging behind the space race. So in other words, having a dick measuring contest wasn't good enough for the United States, and they considered blowing up the fucking moon to show out the Russians they were more powerful.
God, we are dumb. America's dumb. Oh, God.
All people are dumb. The moon is slowly drifting away from Earth at approximately 3.8 centimeters away from our planet every year. This estimate will continue to do so for around 50 billion years. By the time that happens, the moon will be taking around 47 days to orbit the Earth instead of its current 27.3 days. Well, we all know the moon's effect on ocean tides, but the moon also affects the magma beneath the Earth's mantle.
And, okay. I didn't need to know these things, but okay.
And the last fact is actually serious facts, and I'm going to rant about why a fucking moon base is a good idea.
Oh, God damn it.
So I have preached multiple times on this channel and other realms of contact of our media that why a fucking moon base is a good idea. Let me tell you why. One, do you know how much it fucking takes to get something out of the Earth's atmosphere?
No, how much does it take to get out of the Earth's atmosphere?
Insane amount of power to get out of the Earth's atmosphere. Like, when people launch spacecrafts, most of their fuel is used just getting out of the Earth's atmosphere. As explained previously, the moon has no atmosphere, which means you could throw a baseball off the moon if you so chose.
And it will land on me, killing me instantly.
If you build a base on the moon, you could use it as like an idea on how to use it would be like a supply dock. As like a docking place for the rest of the solar system. And we can do it with all the moons around every one of the planets, except for places that don't have planets. But anyway. And you can build stuff, you can transfer materials, you can put out a fueling stop. Because it only takes a couple of days to get from the Earth to the moon in the 1960s. It's much faster now because we have much faster vehicles. It also would give us a place that's not several months away to test out buildings and habitable and artificial habitats, so that if something fucking goes wrong, help is only like a day away.
Mm-hmm.
See, a lunar-based research would give NASA and I think China and MESA, which is the Mexican Aeronautics Space Association, expertise in engineering and operating life support systems, sustainable energy resources, supplying food, recycling water, troubleshooting shit in zero-G, and limited gravity, well, the base is just like a couple-day trip away. Well, Mars, on the other hand, is 6 months away from help at any kind. Now, there are dissenters such as Robert Zubrin, the president of the Mars Society, who does not agree that the moon is a necessary step on the way to Mars. He instead suggests it could be a side application for Mars missions. He says Mars is where the future is, which I do not disagree, but the moon would be helpful.
It would give us
the way I say it is, like, if you're trying to cross the Pacific, you don't just try and go from California to Japan. You go to California to Hawaii to Japan.
then
The moon is our Hawaii in space terms.
You know, when I was younger, I always thought like 6 months was a long ass time, but now I'm just like, nah.
I know you want to put shit in perspective. I'll put shit in perspective for you. The Tide Pod controversy
was in January. Yeah, I know. I sent you the meme.
It's like, yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Time does not pass as fast as you think.
Well, at least not as fast as you think anymore. Because, like, I remember months, like, dragging on ends. And it's like, and now it's like,
It also has to do with your perspective of things. Like, when you're 12, a year is 1/12 of your lifespan.
Mm-hmm.
When you're 23, a year is only 1/23 of your lifespan.
Oh, where's the exit?
Where's the exit?
Oh, now I'm fine. What the fuck? Chris, what the fuck? I was just trying to make sex noises, but then you made it weird.
AuraMaster wants to fuck rabbits?
Shut up!
AuraMaster wants, speaking of the moon,
No.
The moon has had understanding with, like, the idea of, like, how wolves and stuff howl at the moon. And that led into the whole mythological of the werewolves and other were creatures about how they change with the moon cycles. Well, when it comes to fae, fairies, and cryptids, Nick would like to be a language, which means a were-rabbit. Nick wants to be a bunny boy every full moon.
I just thought that werewolves were a little overplayed.
He wants to be a playboy bunny.
Shut up. So, do you have any more? Do you have any more moon facts for us?
Playboy bunny.
Because I'm finally at the altar and I have everything that I need to move on to the next time, to the next area. But I feel like we should save that for the next Noobs in Space.
Okay.
So, this has been AuraMaster 101. Bye.